What's going on, everybody? This is Mark West with CLEP Guinea Pig. I am your CLEP Guinea Pig, and today I'm going to be giving you a full review of the Human Growth and Development CLEP exam for 2020. I did retake this exam before the pandemic kicked off. Haven't been able to get as many videos off as I would like to recently, but that's all about to change. Yo, this is gonna be a great review. If you seen my review, if you watched the review from a long time ago when I took it, I mean, honestly, not a lot changed, a whole lot. The only thing I would say changed is I'm better prepared to give you a much more clear picture of where you need to go, what you need to study, and how you can build a very comprehensive study guide for yourself to really be in the best position for this exam. And then, of course, way I like to break these videos down is I like to give you some resources. I have some special resources in particular for this exam, as well as some ones that I always mention. And then I have notes for you that I take after every single one of my exams. I have notes, and I have some concepts, I have some terminology, and I also have some people that you're gonna want to know, because I guarantee you they're gonna be on your exam as they were on mine. So the first resource, and I'm gonna always talk about this resource, is the College Board Official CLEP Study Guide. All right, you're definitely gonna want to have one of these. I would tell you, go to Amazon, buy a used one. It doesn't have to be the latest and greatest one. It can be one from like 2016. I have every year, okay, I have 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. And I'm telling you, like, they're all pretty much the same, okay? So it doesn't really matter. And the reason why you want this is two main reasons why you want this. The first one being, it's gonna help you prepare from a test-taking strategy perspective. Okay, it's going to help you take the test, get familiar with the process. This is really good at kind of giving you an idea of how the exam is going to flow, right? The way the questions are going to be asked is very similar to the real exam. Now, how they ask it is what's going to be different, right? Now, you will come across some questions that are pretty identical to what's in the book, but it's not the same. All right, I get that question a lot. Is the material in the book the same as on the exam? Not per se. The subject matter is, right? Like, those things never change. That stuff never changes. But how they ask the question will change, and they are pretty crafty at, you know, turning something simple into something very complicated. But that's standardized exams for you, right? And that's why you want to practice, and you want to also practice for just timing. A lot of people forget that these exams are timed. They end up running out of time because they're spending too much time on one question. So yeah, two things: test taking strategies, and the other thing was, did I mention the second thing? Man, I'm getting ahead of myself here. There are a lot of little nuggets in this book, right? There's a lot of ways you can kind of build and put together your own, I like to say, foundation for something a little bit more helpful for you, all right? That was a long pause for such a simple word, but yeah, something more helpful. Like, you can, let me give you an example of what I mean, okay? So I'm talking about it, I don't want to confuse you. So another great thing about this book, the breakdown of what they're going to test you on is right here, right? So you can always refer back to this. What I mean by nuggets and building the foundation is every question has a particular subject or has information in it. In the answers, you can find vocabulary, you can find different terminology, concepts, people. Those are all important because you can categorize those put them into sections and make like a nice little, for example, for vocabulary, you can go through and you can highlight every single vocabulary word that you're not familiar with and put it into a nice little bank of words. You can do the same thing with like key people and different concepts. Just put them into different sections, because I'm gonna tell you, I say this all the time. If you watch my other videos, I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record, but the reason why I'm constantly bringing this up is because it's just true. All right, this stuff is super duper helpful. It's super valuable. The vocabulary, terminology, these things will literally save you on the exam. What I mean by save you, you ever took an exam and there was like 2 or 3 questions you didn't know, you couldn't answer because you didn't really know what the words meant, or maybe there was one word in the question that you never seen, you didn't know. For example, let me see. Let me give you an example. All right, here's a good one. So, a defining characteristic of children with autism spectrum disorder is. You're not gonna be able to answer that question if you don't know what autism spectrum disorder is, right? So you would go through and you would highlight that, and then you would put it over here in your little section of words. You can however, whatever is more helpful to you, but I think you understand what I mean. You get the idea, right? You can literally do that for every single question, and by the time you're done, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a really, really nice little foundation that you can build off of. So that's the College Board official study guide for the College Board. The other resource that I'm gonna give you is Modern States. All right, I'm sure a lot of you've heard of Modern States. If you haven't, Modern States is a free program that is actually partnered with the College Board, and they actually make courses directly for CLEP exams. They're made for CLEP. Of course, there's pros and cons, but I'll save that for another video. Overall, it's a good resource to have. It's a good tool to have in your toolbox. You can go and you can get a better understanding of particular concepts and things that you just maybe have trouble understanding, or just not clicking, right? The other resource that I haven't been speaking about as much, but I probably need to do a lot more, is YouTube, where you are right now. YouTube is a great resource, and there are a lot of people out there that have channels that just all they do is break down different subjects at the high school level, at the collegiate level. So you can find somebody, for example, if you don't understand what amalgamation is, or no, not amalgamation, I'm sorry, I'm thinking sociology. If you don't understand something like the brain, right, biological development through the lifespan, or different types of research strategy methods. So let's say you don't really understand what correlation means, correlation research. I mean, go on to YouTube, type in correlation research, and just watch a bunch of videos on correlation research and just get a better understanding of it. I usually talk about OpenStax. OpenStax is an open source textbook online platform. They don't have a textbook that is specifically for human growth and development, but human growth and development and psychology, they kind of overlap with a lot of different things. For example, like research strategies and methodology. That's like pretty parallel to the approaches and history and approaches, research methods in the psychology CLEP exam. So you can get some ideas from the psychology textbook on OpenStax. So check out OpenStax, open up an account. It's free, it's super helpful, and the best way to attack that is just highlight these concepts from like the research strategies portion, even some of like the let me give you a good one. language development, intelligence throughout the lifespan. And I'm reading those from the breakdown on the College Board. So like psychology and human growth and development kind of overlap. So where we at? Official College Board CLEP Study Guide, Modern States, YouTube, okay? And look, there's a bunch of other prep companies out there, free resources out there. I mean, look at all of them and see what works best for you. I'm giving you my top ones because I've taken so many exams. You know, I just kind of know what's more effective than not. I mean, technically it's a personal preference, but if I think you might agree with me if you just kind of looked into it and see what I meant, and followed the process. And then also, not to be braggadocious, but I have receipts. Like I have thousands of text messages, emails. You can go and check out the comments on my other YouTube videos. I've helped a lot of people over the years. So I'm very passionate about this stuff. So, you know, I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about giving people the right information. I know the biggest problem a lot of people have with CLEP exams is finding a starting point, knowing exactly what to study, and just getting confused with everything that's out there, all the information. It can get daunting, it can get overwhelming, and I'm here to fix that problem for you guys. So you don't have to take my advice, but why would you not take it? You know what I mean? I was a little arrogant, but I mean, again, I got the receipts, guys. Like, I'm here to help you guys at the end of the day, man. I do these videos for you guys, and I'm about to give you my notes from my exam because I love you. All right. Let's go over some key terms. I guarantee you, without a doubt, I will put money on it. 90% of what I'm getting ready to tell you is going to be on your exam. Let's do this. Vision, all right? We're talking perception and patterns of visual characteristics, depth perception, visual acuity, all right? Tracking, size constancy, brain development and essential function of the brain. What is the brainstem? Okay, how does that work? What are the functions of the brainstem? The hypothalamus. Hope I said that right. Amygdala. What is amygdala? How does it function? What is it for? The cortex. All right. Hippocampus. What do these parts of the brain do? How do they contribute to the thought process? Adulthood and aging. What is ageism? What is peripheral aging? What is primary aging? Secondary aging? Okay, some healing conditions. What is myopia? What is man, I'm so sorry, guys. Presbycusis. Oh, this is a confusing word. It's presbycusis. Presbycusis, I believe is how you pronounce that. What the heck is presbycusis? Glaucoma, presbyopia, presbyopia. What is presbyopia? Getting into some speech, different types of speech, my gosh, what is wrong with me? Overregularization, overextension, verb dissonance, grammar depletion, underextension, different types of disabilities. Again, I guarantee you 90% of this stuff is going to be in your exam. All right, I promise you. Disabilities. What is Down syndrome? What does it cause? What does it do to the body, to the brain? Fragile X syndrome. What is that? What is Williams syndrome? Autism. Asperger's syndrome. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you some research items. All right. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sexual development. Okay. Some characteristics about sexual development, like what is secondary sex characteristics. What is androgens. I'm gonna give you some more notes. I'm gonna give you some more stuff that's more than likely 90% gonna be in your exam. Okay. That was some terminology. I'm gonna give you some concepts. All right, let's talk about types of research. Correlation. All right, same things that were on psychology. Experimental. Types of research and studies: observational, cross-sectional, longitudinal. I don't know why I keep repeating that word. Longitudinal. That's how you pronounce that, I'm sure. Case study, clinical research. I hope you're writing this stuff down. Types of learning, all right? Habituation, conservation theory, observational learning. Conditioning, classical conditioning. What is classical conditioning? How does it work? What does it do? Operant conditioning. What in the world is that? What is cognition training? Trust versus mistrust. Autonomy versus shame and doubt. Initiative versus guilt. Industry versus inferiority. Industry versus identity. Guys, I hope that this was helpful. If you didn't get any value out of this, I'm really, really sorry, because I really take a lot of time and effort to put this stuff out there for you guys. So if you didn't get any value, guess what? I'm super accessible. You can hit me up, shoot me a text, 619-432-5947. Let's talk, let's chop it up. Let me know what you're struggling with. I'm more than happy to curate some study material for you, some study prep. If you are looking for a curated product, something that's already put together, something that's ready to go, stop by CLEPGuineaPig.com. Just take a look at what I have to offer. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to make you buy anything, all right? But I think you will find some value in what I offer there. So go ahead and stop by, check it out. What else? Email me, Mark, MARQ, @CLEPGuineaPig.com if you got any questions, comments, concerns. I hope you guys pass this exam. I really do. I mean, like I said, I'm super passionate about helping you guys get one up with this college credit. There's a lot going on in the world. You guys take care of yourselves. Reach out if you need help. Looking forward to connecting. Till next time. Peace.